After enduring cruelty at the hands of her husband for more than a decade, Tina Turner was convinced she would never marry again. When she met Erwin Bach, she realized just how special the music executive was, opened her heart, and finally got the love she deserved. This romance not only healed Tina, but it also saved her life. Tina Turner met Erwin Bach in 1986 at a German airport. Bach was an executive for Turner's European label and was sent to greet the singer when she arrived. Although it could have been just another work commitment, for Tina, this encounter was love at first sight. The singer explained the moment she first saw Bach, saying,
"So I got in the car with Erwin, and my heart was bloop, bloop already. My hands were wet, and I thought, oh my God, this is love at first sight."
Turner soon realized what was happening to her and thought to herself, "So this is what they call love at first sight," I thought. "Oh my God, I am not ready for this." Tina had two options. Either she could ignore what she felt and continue to feel safe without falling in love, or she could get to know Erwin. The singer decided to listen to her heart and began a conversation with Bach. The pair became friends. However, Turner knew that she wanted more. By the time Erwin realized Tina liked him, the musician was back in America. Bach decided to visit the singer in Nashville. It was there that Turner made him a cheeky proposition. "When you come to LA, I want you to make love to me." The lovebirds finally began their romance. 3 years after meeting her, Erwin proposed to Tina. It was around her 50th birthday, so the proposal was sure to be an incredibly special occasion.
I was trying to show Tina my commitment.
Oh, good.
You know, I think when a woman turns 50, she should have a commitment from her partner.
Yeah.
However, to Bach's surprise, Turner initially said she wasn't sure. The singer explained this indecision to Oprah years later. "Marriage says ownership," Tina said. "I had enough of that." The music legend added that although Erwin said he was committed, she struggled to believe it. Turner's fear of getting married again likely came from her traumatic first marriage to Ike Turner, who Tina initially formed a music duo with. Ike was physically and emotionally abusive. During the 14 years they were together, Tina endured violence to the point where she once thought taking her own life was the only way to escape. When Tina walked away from the musician, she had to relaunch her career. Yet she only asked for one thing during the divorce proceedings: to keep the name Turner, the name by which the public knew her. Luckily, Turner and Bach didn't break up after she declined his proposal. In 1995, they moved to Switzerland together. Turner was a huge star in Europe, which is also where Bach is from. In 2013, Erwin and Tina finally got married after 27 years together. Throughout that time, Turner reflected on her romance and what Bach meant to her.
You know, Oprah, what I think? I really needed love. I just needed to love a person.
Thanks to Erwin, Tina finally learned what it is like to be loved. But the executive didn't only heal her emotionally. At one point, he also saved her life. In 2016, Turner had a stroke and was diagnosed with intestinal cancer. Her kidneys soon began to fail, making her life painful and difficult. The performer was 77, which meant that it was very unlikely she would receive an organ donation. She couldn't eat and felt like she was surviving instead of living. The situation was so bad she began to consider euthanasia. Turner signed up to an assisted suicide organization and began to mentally prepare for the possibility of dying. At that point, Erwin realized he didn't want to live without Tina. He decided to give his wife one of his kidneys. He said he didn't want another woman or another life, Turner wrote in her autobiography. In 2017, the couple underwent transplant surgery and the procedure was successful. For Tina, the best moment was when Erwin entered her room in his wheelchair. I was so emotional, happy, overwhelmed, and relieved that we'd come through this alive. Tina and Erwin continued their romance and lived together happily until the singer's passing in May 2023. Turner inspired millions with her music, and Erwin finally gave her the love she always deserved. Now the performer will be remembered just the way she wanted, as the queen of rock and roll, as a woman who showed other women that it is okay to strive for success on their own terms. Be well and be kind.